Yes, my friends, here come Fluminense's opponent is Rivadavia, Mirassol and LDU Quito, Estudiantes de La Plata, and Universidad Católica. Flamengo won't play Fluminense again and keeps the advantage of playing the second match away. Right? If it were Fla-Flu, both games would be at Maracanã, so Flamengo wouldn't have the home advantage for the second match. It's about playing the first match away and the second at home. Independiente del Valle with Tolima. Tolima, Independiente del Valle. Man, the chances of it being Flamengo against Palmeiras are going up here, right? I had already told you guys that this was going to happen. The chances were high that it would happen. Cruzeiro from Brazil. Cruzeiro from Brazil, huh? I want to face Cruzeiro, right? It would be a rematch of what happened in 2018. Wasn't that when they knocked Flamengo out in the round of 16? Flamengo is really strong nowadays, right? I really wanted to face Cruzeiro. It was important, a chance for a rematch. It's not easy, but it's an opportunity. Flamengo from Brazil. Flamengo. Flamengo and Cruzeiro. Man, I was hoping for Flamengo and Cruzeiro. It's a rematch. Really tough match. Really tough. Flamengo and Cruzeiro in the Libertadores. In the round of 16, it's the rematch I was saying would be interesting to see. Flamengo gets to play the deciding match at home now. Last time they played it away. Yeah, no one gets away with it twice, right? Because Cruzeiro knocked Flamengo out in 2018 or 17, 18, I think. And now Flamengo plays the deciding match at home, okay? So, my friends, this is crazy. This is crazy. I was predicting it, man. I was predicting it. Okay? Look, so Coquimbo Unido faces Platense. I thought Palmeiras was going to draw Coquimbo, right? Palmeiras was going to draw Coquimbo. It had Palmeiras written all over it. They're always lucky in these draws getting Coquimbo. So at least Palmeiras won't get Coquimbo. They're already going to face a slightly tougher opponent. I think that, yeah. It was the first club. Look at that. For Palmeiras now, want to bet it's Corinthians? Look over there. Bro, seriously. They're setting up a derby, Palmeiras versus Corinthians, but Corinthians is losing Hugo Souza. We've already lost him, right? Oh, they picked from the same group. Cerro Porteño, man. Cerro Porteño. Now only Corinthians is left, because in recent years they've always been facing each other head to head. Corinthians and Rosario Central. Corinthians and Rosario Central. What a crazy draw, my friends. Palmeiras got the team from their own group, Cerro Porteño. Also an easy one, right? Hey guys, greetings red and black fans. This is Flamengo, the 2019 jersey, right? For Flamengo to aim higher, nobody gets away without settling up with us. You saw my reaction, right? To the Libertadores matchups. Yeah, man, we had Corinthians with a really tough opponent. I actually think it's better for Palmeiras to face Cerro than Corinthians after the Cup, because Corinthians will probably sell a bunch of players. A lot of players leaving, right? And then Palmeiras, even though it's a classic, would run over Corinthians. But Cerro Porteño made things difficult for Palmeiras in the group stage. Flamengo faces Cruzeiro, a team Leonardo Jardim knows well with good players. However, Flamengo still gets to play the deciding match at home and keeps that advantage. And on top of that, they can get revenge for 2018. Yeah, so I'm very satisfied with the matchup, with the opportunity. It's really tough, but there's a chance for revenge, for payback against Cruzeiro. Regarding that, Fluminense, in my view, also got a tough opponent, right? We also have the other teams there facing tough opponents too. Mirassol is also getting a tough opponent. I think it's possible, right? Let me get all the opponents from the Libertadores. Yeah, let's go with the Libertadores so we can react to each of these matchups. Here, look. So we have the matchup set. Yeah, Platense will face Coquimbo Unido. I think, man, in this matchup, Coquimbo Unido surprised everyone in this first stage, right? Yeah, we have both sides of the bracket. Fluminense and Palmeiras are on the opposite side of the bracket, as I understand. So they would only face Flamengo in a possible final, okay? So the brackets are already set, all right? Flamengo will only face Palmeiras or Fluminense in a possible final. And here's the thing, Flamengo also has a chance for another rematch with Palmeiras. Because Flamengo lost the 2021 final in Montevideo where they won in 81, so Flamengo has the chance to win back the title in Montevideo against Palmeiras. Yeah, nobody gets away without paying us back. There's the second one against Cruzeiro, and God willing, the third one against Palmeiras, right? Yeah, in a possible final. Flamengo and Palmeiras only in a possible final. Yeah, we're following it here. Look, on the other side of the bracket, just so you guys have an idea. Mirassol and LDU. Palmeiras and Cerro Porteño. If Mirassol or LDU advances, they face Palmeiras in the quarterfinals, okay? Yeah. Palmeiras or Cerro in this case, right? Platense faces Coquinho Bonildo. And then Fluminense's opponent, I'll tell you, is Rivadavia from the same group, right? A tough Argentine team. Yeah, Fluminense faces Rivadavia, who already had trouble in the group stage and ended up behind them. They faced them in the round of 16. Then, I think Fluminense's opponent in the quarterfinals is easier than in the round of 16 if Fluminense gets past Rivadavia. So there's a chance for a semi-final. The final, Fluminense and Palmeiras. Look at that. This Libertadores is crazy. On this side, there's a chance, okay? Flamengo could face either Independiente del Valle or Tolima in the quarterfinals if they get past Cruzeiro. It's also a pretty plausible path to a semi-final. On the other side, in the semifinals, I believe they could face Estudiantes or Rosario, who play against Corinthians, and Estudiantes, who got Universidad Católica, okay? So I think Estudiantes will get past Católica. I think Rosario will end up beating Corinthians. So we could have a semifinal against Argentine teams, yeah, on this side if Flamengo makes it to the semis. And then on the other side, a semifinal, I foresee a possibility of a Fluminense and Palmeiras semifinal, okay? Look at that. And then a final, can you imagine? Fla-Flu or Flamengo and Palmeiras replaying that final in Montevideo? We had some important news here earlier for us to talk about. They told us here, right, about the possibility of Flamengo bringing someone back. Check this out. Flamengo bringing Richard Rios back, okay? Yeah. So Flamengo would bring Richard Rios back, according to the news that's coming out. Check this out. Yeah, Richard Rios is on Flamengo's radar, but Benfica is asking for around 164. 164 to negotiate for the player. The defensive midfielder didn't meet expectations in Portugal and was put on the transfer list by the Portuguese club. Internally, Flamengo is evaluating, according to Giovanna Barcelos from Bola VIP, Flamengo is evaluating the signing with caution and understands that the high asking price could make it difficult for any progress in the negotiations. The Flamengo board intends to take advantage of the break for the World Cup to reshape part of the squad and look for, targeted signings for the second half of the season. Yeah, I got in touch with a source connected to Flamengo's board who said that Flamengo has mapped out many players, doesn't confirm the name Richard Rios, but that Flamengo is not interested at this moment in signing Richard Hughes, okay? Rios. Flamengo believes they are very well covered in that position, and actually Flamengo is looking for forwards, wingers, and fullbacks, right? Even possibly Flamengo might consider a center back, but as for a defensive midfielder, Flamengo is not thinking about that at the moment, okay? So, it's a situation that came up, the possibility of Flamengo bringing Richard Rios back, but we found out that at this moment, no. Only if it's a bit further ahead, Benfica should move the player, maybe loan him out, maybe in another transfer window, another situation. So, would you sign Richard de Rios? Comment here. And who do you think is going to make it? Also comment who you think will make it to these semifinals and finals of the Libertadores. Did you agree with my guess? Flamengo and maybe Estudiantes having a rematch, or Flamengo and Rosario, and in the final maybe Flamengo and Palmeiras, or Flamengo and Fluminense. Do you agree with the other semi-final, Fluminense and Palmeiras? Man, what a Libertadores, huh? Full of rivalry. It's impressive. And these round of 16 matches against Cruzeiro really got to me, man. I thought it was really important to have a chance for a rematch, you know? I think it's amazing to have that. No one gets away without settling the score, right? I think it's important that we can joke about this again. And let's give it our all, right? I'm confident about it. I think Flamengo had the best campaign. They're going to play at home until the semifinals and have another chance to win the Libertadores. Yeah, to be five-time champions where they won for the first time, right? Against Cobreloa. That's it. I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. And for you who are on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe down here, turn on notifications, hit the bell, and leave that awesome like on the video. We also remind you that all our sponsors are listed in the description and in the pinned comment, and we have our tips channel for you to follow as well to keep up with us on Telegram because we're always bringing a lot of content for you. And you who have been following us since early on here, you know that we had already predicted that these would be this round of 16 matchup would be Flamengo against Cruzeiro. We're together. Big hug. Thanks. I'm out. Guys, now let's bring you the coverage from the Brazilian national team. There's training and there's Rayan talking about flying kites with Paquetá after losing to him. And there are also the images from the training session. Leo Nanette, let's check it out.
Ryan Riza Simplicio here from Placar Magazine. Yesterday we saw a video of Lucas Paquetá and Bruno Guimarães playing with you there, saying you were flying kites anyway. What happened there? Did you lose a kite to them? How did it go? And how did the group, the Brazilian national team, welcome you? You who are the youngest, along with Henrique, 19 years old, just one call-up. How did the group welcome you, and how are you experiencing this moment?
Man, the group welcomed me really well. That moment when he was flying a kite was just a relaxed moment for us, a time to have fun with everyone. Everyone welcomed me really well. Paqueta, Bruno Guimarães, it's my first time working with them here. So there, Wesley and I were a pair. The other pair was Paqueta and Bruno Guimarães. It was 3 kites for each pair, so we only cut 1 and flew 2. We were tied 2-2, so we had to get the win, but I think we'll turn it around and come out on top.
What's up? Hey!
Thank you. Let's go. Hey!
Huh? No, Valeria. Valeria. Look, she wants to swing with you. She did.
Thank you.
A little laugh with Lynette over there. The Flamengo Academy player having this experience right there of being able to complete the team. So he can be here with the World Cup players. Pereira now heading into these final minutes of training. I'm there with your teammates. Thank you. A quick chat there now with Carlos Ancelotti.
Thank you.
That famous little run.
Thank you.
The limit is here. The limit is here. The limit is on these two here. Please. Please, no. These two, it was there. Now they've extended it here. Please.
Thank you.
There isn't a new order. It's here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Music.
Thank you.
Please show me both of them. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
United Kingdom, thank you. Four, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16. 19, 20, 22. Is it over?
Thank you.